Enough with the peace. Let's take a look. We have been very dry recently. Not we're in a drought by any means. Historically, October, November are very dry, but we have gone 21 days now without any measurable rainfall at Kenner. And really, on the whole, we have been very dry, only having seen about an inch of rain in the last 43 days. And that dry trend will likely continue. For the month of November, we have not had a drop of rainfall. But again, we are far from being in any kind of a drought, as we are still over 2 feet of rain for the entire year. Remember, we had a very wet spring, a particularly wet or at least slightly above average summer. And then as we have started into the fall months, we have been a little bit drier, but this past spring was a particularly wet one. And our chance for rain is pretty slim. May see a few spotty showers Thursday with a cold front, and then perhaps another slight chance of some showers next Monday with a second cold front. Right now outside, rain is not in the forecast as we are dry and mostly sunny. 72 degrees. It was a little warmer today, a little more humid, not uncomfortably so. We saw a lot of sunshine, really not much in the way of any cloud cover on satellite. A few low clouds kind of moving in from now more established southerly wind. Today's high 77, well above our average, but we're not talking records. 85 is our record, so we can still get very warm in mid-November. 53 was our morning low, right at average for this time of year. 60s and low 70s outside, and for the rest of the evening, a fairly mild night if you're going to be headed out. Notice that wind now out of the south, bringing back the Gulf moisture, also bringing back the more humid air. And that humidity is going to help to fuel maybe a few stray showers, but we really don't have a big surge of Gulf moisture coming back. Dew points are a little higher, maybe a bit more out over Texas and southwestern Louisiana. And this surge of Gulf moisture will continue before the front moves on through. And then humidity really starts dropping by late Thursday night. And this is kind of interesting. We've been talking about this cold front on the way for Thursday night and into Friday. Notice almost as soon as we get into the latter half of the weekend, the moisture starts working right back into the area. Our cool down will likely be brief. Another return from the Gulf will bring back the moisture, bring back the warmer air, and then likely another front for early next week. So warm, more humid couple of days and a cold front on the way for Thursday night. Brief cool down, temperatures start coming back up by the weekend, and then another front, so temperatures really up and down in the next 7 days. High pressure, which had been dominant across the southeast, is now beginning to shift a little bit more toward the east coast, and you're starting to see a pretty big warm up out areas to our west across the northern plain or across the central and southern plains. Here comes our next upper trough with the cold front. That cools us down. As I mentioned, be short-lived as temperatures start rebounding on through the weekend. Here comes the second front. That knocks our temperatures down into the start of next week. The big question then is, does that air linger, or do we see another warming trend up to Thanksgiving? Models not really in good agreement on that right now, and that is still a pretty long-term forecast for us. So 80 degrees tomorrow and Thursday before that cool down. Temperatures, I'm talking about them rebounding into the weekend, mid-70s before that next cool down by early next week. So right now outside, a lot of sunshine, but that persistent southerly wind may start to see a little patchy fog overnight and early tomorrow. Now the model is trying to bring in a few isolated showers during the day tomorrow. I really just don't see that, only because when you are in a long dry period, it usually takes a lot to break that period. And it may be this front that helps to do that, but even the front is not going to bring us a whole lot of rain on Thursday. So for the night, no rain in the forecast. Maybe a little patchy fog overnight with lows upper 50s and lower 60s. It will be a milder morning and a warmer day tomorrow around 80, still about 80 degrees, really depending upon exactly when that front moves through on Thursday. Temperatures come way down by Friday, 30s and 40s to wake up, so we'll be chilly, just short-lived. Back into the mid-70s by Sunday, and then temperatures coming down again by early next week.
All right, Chris, thank you. On Friday, the